Hello everyone. Happy morning and greetings to you all from our exclusive Education Plus Empowerment Updates. Hope you are all doing well, and as you all know that there was a little confusion among our teaching fraternity and student community that there would be a change in the SSC examination pattern because of the change in English syllabus and released from CBSE curriculum. So now it's very crystal clear that though the books have been changed, the pattern and SSC examination pattern would be remaining the same with a few changes. Now, dear students, in this short video, we will be exploring the detailed English blueprint analysis along with academic standards wise weightage, and we will also look at the model paper with the newly changed contents of NCERT CBSE syllabus. So dear students, are you with me? Let's get started with the few changes that have taken place in the newly released model question paper. The first one is, so number of questions increased from 35 to 37. Earlier, there were only 35 questions from 1 to 35, totaling 100 marks. Now, there is a single paper, but number of questions were slightly increased. So, 36 A and B, 37 A and B. These are the two changes regarding the number of questions. And now let us look at the changes that have been brought in the newly released model paper. The first one is question number 17. So earlier we didn't have question number 17 under section A, reading comprehension. Now, arranging the jumbled sentences or organizing sentences in correct and meaningful order, that has been included under section A, reading comprehension, by removing the total number of marks in the last question of the reading comprehension. Now, second change that have taken place, the second change that has taken place in the newly released model paper is reported speech. Earlier, we didn't have this usage of direct and indirect speech. Now, because of the textual instances that are there in the CBSE textbook, so this has been included and followed by noun modifier, question number 25, and articles also were brought in and followed by phrasal verbs and idioms. So these are the few changes that have been taken place. And with regard to section C, creative writing, we also have script writing for speech in the place of biographical sketch. The remaining discourses and remaining writing items are incorporated in the same manner as the previous model paper blueprint. Now, dear students, let's go through the detailed blueprint and types of questions and marks allotment for each section and each question. So, dear students, can you look at the blueprint supplied by the Director of Government Examination, SSC, Secondary School Certificate Board, Andhra Pradesh State, and the title and the code of the English paper is 13E and 14E, as you all can see here. Now, let us look at the details of the examination. So, number of papers is 1. Earlier, we used to have 2 papers. Now, for the last couple of academic years, it has been revised to a single paper having 100 marks in total. And there are 3 sections in the English question paper, namely reading comprehension, which will have for questions from question 1 to 17, and section B, grammar and vocabulary, section C, titled creative expression, including the written discourses and various thoughtful expressions. Now, the time allotted for the examination remains same, 3 hours and 15 minutes, wherein 15 minutes exclusively meant for having a cursory glance or reading through the questions given. Now, with regard to the syllabus, we have academic standard first, reading comprehension, and the syllabus followed for this academic standard is the supplied textbooks, supplement reader, and other non-textual data that we can use in our daily classroom transactions. So here the textbook title is First Flight, which includes prose lessons and poems in the reader. And we also have supplement reader titled Footprints Without Feet, all lessons from supplement reader. So these are the textual content for the reading comprehension. So now regarding question number 16, comprehension based on data, pie chart or bar chart or tree diagram which is unseen. So question number 16 will be unseen, I mean non-textual will be figured in the examination. So dear students, under study skills, this question number 16 is covered. Now the newly released component is question number 17. Earlier in our CBSE separate medium wise question paper, we used to have this one, unseen passage for jumbled sentences, where an incident or a scientific event or any story is given, but the sentence is not organized in the correct order or meaningful order. So our job is to make the sentences connected each other in a meaningful order. That is our job, and this is for 5 marks. Now coming to the grammar part, all grammar topics given in the textbooks and workbooks. So dear students, this time we are supplied with an extra workbook entitled Words and Expressions, where all grammar topics and vocabulary topics are included. Now we will be looking at those things, and those will be directly extracted to the testing pattern, followed by vocabulary, textual and based on prose lessons. Creative expression. The last item of the question paper is creative expression, which our students find it a bit difficult to score high marks. But if you study the textual content and if you follow the discourse indicators, definitely you can score better in this area too. So it will have first 35A, conversation from any prose or supplement reader. Please underline this thing. Conversation topic can be taken from any prose or supplement reader, not from the poem or any other context. Now second question from the same is 35B, description or diary entry. So we have here any describing an incident or describing the person can be given, or any person's feelings, thoughts that were captured in the lesson can be given as a diary entry. So now the next question is 36A, which is letter writing, which we used to face in the previous examination too. Now the same thing happens in the coming SSC examination. But here we can have any type of lesson, any type of letter. It can be formal or informal or even any other business context letter. But in our class 10 textbooks, the first lesson itself says that it has information about letters and letters formats. So preferably that kind of information can be a good input for us to prepare well, to do well in this area of letter writing. Now followed by 36B, script for speech. So this is the newly released item as a discourse in this question paper. So this script for speech can be from the reference speaking and section of the reader. So dear students, in our textbooks we have a textbook component called speaking section. So here in all reading lessons we do have a title speaking, like working with language, working with text and speaking and writing. Under speaking we can have this script for speech activity so that we can prepare well. Now the last item of the question paper is WH questions, so which remains the same, but here supplementary reader context is the base for preparation of WH questions based on the given passage. The last one is 37B, information transfer, which can be based on data, tables, tree diagram, bar diagram or pie chart. So these are the sources of data preparing the information transfer question. So this is the sample, brief analysis of the question paper. Now we will move on to the academic standard wise weightage. So dear students, can you look at the academic standards? Here we have reading comprehension, which is for 30 marks, grammar 20%, 20 marks, vocabulary 20% of weightage having 20 marks, and finally creative expression including conventions of writing, which is for 30% weightage totaling 30 marks. So total 100 marks. Now look at the blueprint. The source means the type of content that is used for preparation of questions. Marks allotted, types of question, is it very short answer or essay, like this. So look at the table in detail and understand the blueprint of the English subject. Now look at the table clearly and you can understand the details of the question paper easily. Now we will be looking at the next area, that is what are the different types of questions and marks allotment. So regarding section A, comprehension, we have very short answer type 4, short answer 3, no essay but objective are 10. So here 40 is a typing mistake. It can be read as 30 marks. Now section B, very short answer, objective, totaling 40 marks. Section C, long answer type 30, the 3 tens are 30, 30 marks. This is the types of questions and marks allotment. Now we will be looking at the detailed question paper pattern regarding English language. So question number 1 to 5, we will be having a comprehension passage from a prose lesson and along with two WH questions and 3 MCQs, followed by question number 6 to 10, a poem for comprehension with 2 WH questions and 3 MCQs. Question number 11 to 15, a comprehension passage from any lesson in supplement reader with 5 MCQs and followed by reading data arranged in a tabular form, pie chart or bar chart, which will have 2 WH questions and 2 MCQs and choosing one correct statement. So this is the pattern. Now lastly, it will have a question number 17, reading a story or incident or any scientific event arranging in the jumbled sentences. So this is section A, and section B we have as usual combining sentences using who, which, whose, whom, relative clauses, which figures in our first chapter of the CBSE textbook English. So unit 1 is the syllabus reference. So dear students, are you with me? Look at the type of question and where the question comes from. The syllabus source also mentioned here. So question number 19, unit 3 workbook, changing of voice from active voice to passive voice. Now question number 20, from unit 9 syllabus reference, reported speech from direct speech to indirect speech. 21, fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions. It can be textual or general. Edit a passage or corrections underlined parts. This is newly thing. Now we have to edit or spot the errors and edit it. All units in workbook. Question number 23, fill in the blanks with articles. So textual or general. Question number 24, change into reported action in the past using used to or would. This syllabus reference is unit 6. Now question number 25, rewrite the sentences using noun modifier. It can be textual or general. So this is the newly released grammar item. We have to study this elaboratively, and we will also do a small video on this noun modifier as a grammar topic. Question number 26, giving advice. We all know that. Question number 27, synonyms. Question number 28, antonyms, opposite words. 29, right form of the words, which is very easy. And question number 30 is spelling using prefixes and suffixes or inflections. So all prose lessons is the source of questioning. 31. Identifying the wrongly spelt word and correcting it. 32. Dictionary skills. 33 and 34. This is our words and expressions workbook related phrasal verbs and idiomatic expressions. We have to write or make use of the given verbs and idiomatic expressions in terms of framing sentences on our own. Syllabus reference is Unit 2, 4, 6. So here chapter, not unit. So the 34 question item is matching. Syllabus reference is Unit 3 and Unit 4. Now the last section of the question paper is creative writing. Here we can have a conversation or a diary entry or description. Any one of the things can be asked here. Conversation is for sure, but here it can be a description or a diary entry based on the lessons in prose and supplement reader. 36A, writing a letter. 36B, script for speech. 37A, framing WH questions, but the content will be from the supplement reader. Information transfer, writing a meaningful paragraph from the given data. So here we need to compose a paragraph using the given data. Syllabus reference is tables, tree diagrams, bar diagrams or pie charts that we come across in our textual or non-textual English inputs. Now, dear students, look at the model question paper supplied by the government. So, here we have 37 questions in 3 sections A, B, C. Now, dear students, can you look at the sample paragraph which is an extract from the lesson Glimpses of India. Glimpses of India is the, as you all know that we will be having a clue or input where this text is taken from. At the end of the paragraph in brackets, you can see name of the lesson or name of the chapter. So this can be a bit clue to guess the characters and the theme of the lesson. So here a paragraph is given followed by 2 open WH questions and 3 MCQs. How were the people of Coorg described? So for the first question is, how were the people of Coorg described? So if you look at the first line and second line, you can easily lift the answer here. The fiercely independent people of Coorg are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. సో అరబిక్ జాతి నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు లేదా గ్రీక్ జాతి నుంచి వచ్చిన వాళ్ళని ఇక్కడ మనము కూర్గ్ పీపుల్గా డిస్క్రైబ్ చేస్తాం. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ టెస్టింగ్ రీడింగ్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్ ఈజ్ రీడింగ్ విత్ ఇన్ ద లైన్స్ ఆర్ బిట్వీన్ ద లైన్స్ ఆర్ బియాండ్ ద లైన్స్. సో వీ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ఏ crystal clarity of the content, characters and theme so that we can easily attempt this section of the reading. Now coming to the next poem section is giving a stanza from the poem, and here dust of snow. So the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had ruled. This is a stanza extracted from the poem Dust of Snow, and followed by the questions, what do crow and snow represent here? So crow and snow, what do they represent? So you need to answer carefully. What was the change in the mood of the poet after snowfall? So is it positive or negative? Is it bad or good? Is it exciting or disappointing? Like that. What is the setting of the poem? Snowy streets, steep rocks, dry forest. The word rude explains here. So here RUIED. It's not ruled. I had rued. RUED. It is not. It's a typing mistake, I think. So now, what is the imagery in the poem? So such type of questions figure in the poetic section of the question paper of reading comprehension. Now 11 to 15 is supplementary reader passes a triumph of surgery. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriot. So this paragraph follows, followed by multiple choice questions. Who was Mr. Harriot? Mrs. Pumphrey's neighbor, Mrs. Pumphrey's cousin, Mrs. Pumphrey's family veterinary doctor who deals with animal diseases. Here the reference is tricky dog. So Mr. Harriot is a doctor of veterinary related. Like this, we will be having a questions from supplement reader. Section C means supplement reader context. Question number 16 is study the following pie chart, comes under study skills, followed by WH questions and multiple choice questions. Dear students, now let's move on to the section B of the question paper, having the title Grammar and Vocabulary. Here combining sentences using whose, changing the following sentence into passive voice, so it can be a textual or non-textual as given in the blueprint. Changing the reported speech, the little girl, this third lesson of the, this is a textual testing of 21. Fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions given in brackets, followed by edit the following passage. So a little passage is extracted here with underlined parts. Then we have to edit it by writing the correct answer. The fill in the blanks with suitable articles is, here we have to fill in the blanks with suitable articles. Would you like to fill an application? And is the suitable article here. It is wonderful scene to watch. So do we need article, or if we need, what kind of article we need? Do we need to put here a definite article or indefinite article? So change the following into repeated action using would or used to. So this is habitual actions, and where we use would and where we use used to. That kind of distinguishing knowledge should be there for the attempting this question. So this is from textual only. Now 25. Rewrite the sentences into a single sentence using noun modifiers. I visited a temple which was an old one but has a great history. Gautam found a cat. It has blue eyes and brown stripes on its body. So now we have to use a noun modifier and making the sentences. Give a suitable advice for the situation given below. The TV at home is not working. Advise your brother to call a technician immediately. So when something is not functioning or working, how would you call or how would you advise your brother to solve the problem? 27. So reading a paragraph and writing the synonyms of the underlined words. So there will be 5 to 6 synonyms applied here related to this particular context or paragraph. Then followed by antonyms, then followed by right form of the verbs. 30th is prefixes and suffixes. The statement is completely illogical or illogical. So illogical. At first, Kisa Gautami was happy for the procurement or procuration. So here TIONMENT suffix, and which suffix is suitable to complete the sentence meaningfully. Wrongly spelt word, overwhelming, torture, fascinate, calculated. Here we need to observe the spelling correctly. So which one is wrong here? Can you please reply in the comment section? Overwhelming, torture, fascinate, calculated. Next, shuffled, miserable, official, admiration. So here if you look at the third one, you will get the answer. Now reading a dictionary entry. So one word with dictionary entries are supplied here. If you look at this box, and we can get the essential information of a dictionary entry. Now parts of speech and its noun form. We need to look at the box and its contents, then attempt the dictionary entry question, followed by phrasal verbs, come across and keep going, idiomatic expression and using the sentences and writing the sentences, highlighting the words, come across and keep going. So dear students, we have to make use of the word come across in an example sentence. This is the target item of this 33. Followed by 34. Here we have phrasal verbs or idiomatic expressions with their part B meanings, and we need to make a correct matching of the following sentences or phrasal verbs. Now we will move on to the creative expression, the last item of the question paper. So letter to God is the context for writing a conversation, and Misbil, the author, is the context for writing this description or describing the incident. So it can be a diary entry or a description. Then 36A is writing a letter to the editor, newspaper throwing light on the necessity to grow plants. So here plantation drive, children participation and awareness to protect our environment. So what kind of information or what kind of creative thoughts we can put in. So there is no hard and fast rules for getting or attaining or obtaining good score in this area. Our usage of sentences and our thoughts will give or add value to the scoring better. Now followed by prepare a script for the speech. Here causes of poverty, how to reduce the discrimination based on gender, religion, class, and constitutionally guaranteed human rights. So this is the liberty is freedom from poverty, deprivation, and all forms of discrimination. This is the tagline or caption of the script. Now we have to prepare a speech for that particular context. Now followed by preparing of WH questions based on the supplement reader passage, and lastly we have the tabular data, and with which we have to compose a small paragraph based on the information given below. Here the types of electric vehicles and auto traders with respect to model, color, and quantity. So with this we conclude our model paper analysis, and for any updates or inputs, please do subscribe and encourage for more educational and enriching content. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day ahead.